it doesn't take this grand degree of performance to perform your faith.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And a couple of people that I want to, hit on, because I am super proud, I guess, to be even loosely related to them, is everyone on the Eagles. Yeah, Philly represent always. But when Super Bowl 52 happened, that was probably the greatest day of my life. One of the top 3 greatest days of my life so far, at least. I'm sure I'll get married one day.
That'll make it on the list.
It'll make it on the list. They'll still have to compete for the spot. But what made the day great was partly because I got to celebrate it with my friends and my family, and because, my hometown got to win something amazing that they've been searching for way too long. Sorry, getting emotional. But the press conferences afterwards with both Doug Peterson and Nick Foles, and I think maybe Carson Wentz also said something after the fact, opened and closed with Christ. They asked Doug Peterson in particular regarding the rapid elevation of his career, because I think it was some short number of years before he was coaching professional, he was coaching high school, which is the case with just about everybody. Professional coaches, they started in college, high school, worked their way up. But the reporter said, X or Y number of years ago you were coaching in high school, and now you're here. What's your reaction? And his first words, everything to God. Couldn't have done it without him. And he sat with that. It wasn't just a one-off thing and then getting into, wow, but I've really worked hard. It was straight up, none of this would be possible without Jesus. None of this would be possible without my Lord and Savior. Nick Foles, almost exactly the same thing. You count your blessings with your family and your friends, and, the support that you've had and the coaches and everything as well. But they were just so unbelievably centered around the person of Christ and amplifying him through the platform of winning the Super Bowl, which was amazing for me to see, because it was not only a team and a city that I could rally around, but the person of Christ that I got to rally around and celebrate. I got to celebrate with not only people from my city, but people from my faith and people who I will hopefully get to see and worship with in heaven, know? And it's cool to think especially about, it's a bit of cult of personality when I think about it now. When you think about, oh, wow, Drew Brees, what a good Christian, or, oh, Nick Foles, Doug Peterson, what a good Christian. You see all these really, really amazing people who are Christians, and you realize, wait a minute, if we're all brothers and sisters, we're going to get to see each other. So while I might not get my 30 seconds of fame with Nick Foles here on earth, it's not that that's the only thing I'm looking forward to in heaven, but seeing Nick Foles. But there will hopefully be a day when we will all be partaking in the same activity, and that's just amplifying the name of the Father forever and ever. Through Christ. And that's awesome to think about, because, we talked just a couple of minutes ago about celebrating as a team, celebrating as a community, and being able to make those good shots and have those shots be celebrated in a way that's apart from the individual. When you get to celebrate the person of Christ and the victory that he has won, that's so much greater than any 3. I don't care what it looks like. There's a couple, but no.
Anything, any human accomplishment,
Yeah, so much greater than anything is Christ. And the fact that we all get to amplify his name together eventually is super, super cool.